Hey, I'm Minnie Sinclair. I'm 38, Canadian, on a financial independence journey, living with a disability, so that I can retire with dignity. And we are going to start with the budget review of October 2023. Then you're going to see me plan the budget for November 2023. And interesting updates. I was featured in a financial independence blog that I wrote that I'll leave a link in the description so you can go read it, about, reaching financial independence with a disability. And it's jam packed. It's two parts. There's a lot of details in there for how I manage my life living on a disability. And let's go see the numbers. So, I typically budget in every dollar, and I don't think it's working right now. I'm very, very sad about it because it was working this morning, and then right after this episode of Dave Ramsey show, it was not working. I hope they fix it soon because Mint, the budgeting at Mint, is no longer a product anymore under Intuit, TurboTax, Credit Karma, MailChimp. I don't know if you guys knew the Intuit company makes all those products, but Mint is not working right now, so I suspect that a wave of people might be getting an account on every dollar because the show kept talking about Mint closing and how every dollar is the best budgeting app in the world. And I think I might have more login problems in the future unless they can figure this out with their UI department over at Ramsey Solutions. But I'm not worried about it because we have my spreadsheet. Haha. Yeah, we do. We have the spreadsheet. So here we are. We have the spreadsheet and my dashboard. So this version of the budget is this year's version of the budget. I don't remember having a version of the budget on the channel look like this before, because I remember I wanted to make an annual budget, but I hate planning for the whole year on the budget. I rather plan month to month because it's just easier that way, especially that my disability income comes once a month. It comes to the last business day of the month. So I naturally plan 1 month at a time. I actually plan 1 month ahead because the disability check showed up September 29 for October, and then October, last business day of October, was it the 31st? If the 31st was on a business day, then I got my payment for disability on that day, and it planned November's budget. And then November 30th, I almost said 31st for November. November 30th, there'll be a payment for disability at that time. And that's supposed to plan the whole month of December. Then December 20, around December 20th to the 22nd is the disability payment for January in December. And that's a weird time of getting it because that's like 6 weeks of no other income if disability is your only source of income. So when I talk about disability, I'm talking about the Ontario Disability Support Program. It's a social assistance program for people with a disability in Ontario that is Canadian, because I know some people on my channel are American. Hey American, how you doing? Yeah, just that. So here's November. We done 11 budgets. Yay for 2023. Yeah, this is kind of interesting to see how the numbers add up. Like it's saying right now that I've spent so far on housing costs $13,833.35, and I spent $5,493.83 on lifestyle, $223.40 on transportation, and magically $6,333 went to saving and investing. So my save category is also my investing category when I do the summary of my budget. And then, what? We mean $3,238 went to debt repayment. I'm shocked by it because I'm paying the credit card, but I'm using the credit card. So this should have knocked out 2 credit cards and I should stop using them. But yeah, your girl's not doing that. Yeah. And then here I have like the little pie charts. This one is for all my income that comes in. This is for the 5 budget categories. This is my needs, wants, saving, investing, debt repayment. These are the guideline from Gail Voss-Loxley. So from her show Money Moron, Princess, Till Death Do Us Part. It's still available on YouTube. You can try, watch it. 2 of them are Princess and Till Death Do Us Part. I don't know what happened to copies of Money Moron, but it used to be on YouTube and it's not anymore. But it's around. It's a show to watch. I used to have copies of Gail's book. I met Gail when she was speaking at my college, and also book signings. Almost every book signing Gail has signed for me. Independent Women retirement book, The Debt Free Forever. And then when I paid off my $8,000 in 9 months, that year, my books from Gail, I gave them to my hairdresser at that time. Yeah, because she was paying off her student loans, and I was so excited that I paid off debt all by myself. So I encouraged her to stick with it and follow a system, and yeah. And then I had a copy of Total Money Makeover. I gave that to my stepsister when they got married, her and her husband. So yeah, and then now I have a copy of Total Money Makeover's workbook, because I would like to make video content based on the workbook for the channel for the financial independence debt-free community. It just makes sense. Okay, so October. What do we do in October? So October, the summary in October is $1,217.45 went to hold on a little bit more. Okay, here. Yeah, so $1,217.45 is housing, $461.21 is lifestyle. There was nothing on transportation, meaning there was no ride share, there was no taxis, there was no loading money on my Metro card. I could load money on my Metro card, but if I don't go anywhere, the money is on the Metro card. So I just have to make sure that I don't add a whole huge amount of money on my Metro card. I pretty much do enough for about 3 months worth of travel on the Metro card. But your girl, since I've tried the Uber Lyft thing a few times, I feel like driving Miss Daisy. I'm a little spoiled. I really am. All I gotta do is keep quiet, put the seatbelt on, sit in the car, make sure the driver's not touching his cell phone, because apparently some of these drivers are touching their cell phone, and just get to my destination and get back home, and we're good to go. I kind of like it. I totally get why people are doing it. Totally get it. Yeah. Then we have $1,000 that went to the Registered Disability Savings Plan. So I have my Registered Disability Savings Plan. The government of Canada gave me a letter that said, Statement of Entitlement, Registered Disability Savings Plan. If I contribute $5,000 before December 31st, the government will put in $10,500. And basically what we're doing, we're catching up on my disability contributions from 2008 till 2025. Then in 2025, because the government needs to believe I'm still disabled, I have to prove I'm disabled again, and then my doctor, we're hoping to fill out indefinite permanent disability so that I get an indefinite permanent status with the disability tax credit, so that I can maximize the Registered Disability Savings Plan until I'm 49 to get all the grants and savings bonds, because the maximum grants and savings bonds of the Registered Disability Savings Plan is $20,000 in bonds, $70,000 in grants for a total of $90,000 plus the disability tax credit lowers my taxable income by like roughly $8,000. It changes every tax year. Um, it's just something I have to pay attention to for pretty much the rest of my life. Yeah. And then $1,000 went there. I put $500 on a credit card, 515, 551, 38. I still got credit card debt. Why do I have credit card? I keep using my credit card, okay? Like, we will 2024, we will get on with paying down credit cards a little bit more aggressively and not using them. Which would be hard because there's things I want to buy. Like my webcam studio needs an upgrade so that I can make more money as a webcam model. If you have no idea what a webcam model is, it's live stream adult entertainment on the internet. I basically go live on a particular platform for live streaming for adult, mature audience over the age of 18. And the customers are mostly men, and they will spend money on me in private chat, video, and photos on those websites. And I've been doing that for 20 years. And I'm very, very comfortable with that job description because that job description has funded my lifestyle and supplemented my disability related expenses my entire adult life. Yeah, I know. Okay, so I touched the microphone. I'm sorry. And then I have here my budget. So my budget is based off of, I know, squirrel. I'm so sorry. You just kind of get used to me jumping all over the place because I get excited when I'm doing this and I get so many ideas all at the same time. It's probably, the whole I might have ADHD. We don't know yet, but we're waiting on a diagnosis. So my whole entire financial independence journey is inspired by Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey baby step kicked off me taking charge of my life, my finances, and believing that I could be wealthy if I follow a financial proven plan to get out of debt, build an emergency fund, and save for investing. There's no children. I may or may not get married. We don't know yet. We're still in the conversation about that. And me buying my first house. If it wasn't for the Dave Ramsey baby steps, I wouldn't be doing these videos. First things first. Like, I knew of Gail. I've been following Gail. I have her books. I got on a budget. Gail got me on a budget, but Dave Ramsey got me to focus that I could be wealthy. Then I went back to David Bach. David Bach has this cash flow management system for your paychecks. This helped me organize what do I do with my money when it comes in. I used to have everything in my checking account and one savings account. Now, every account I have has a job. Every dollar I have has a job. And my business and personal are separate. We're not done yet. There's more. Then insert Ramit Sethi and Money Guy financial order of operations. Then, just to boost up everything that we're doing that is like actually a real thing, I added in Budgenista's screenshot from her Netflix series she was doing and all that. And then here, this wonderful thing here is how I organize my business finances following Profit First, Mike McAllowis's Profit First. And then we made my budgets. I have reminders in here, this is the disability payment for September 29. I get $1,593 for being eligible for the Ontario Disability Support Program, which is also, we're still in this category, we're still in the budget. We'll go back to disability after the budget. It's okay, because I need to show you what I spent in lifestyle. Because there's a lot of information on my budget, my templates, because it's my life in the spreadsheet. Every time I open the budget, every time you see the spreadsheet, this is really what's happening in my life. in numbers, on paper, see it tracking, see it moving, see it going down, see it making progress, see it not making progress. This is how we know I have credit card debt. I'm making the minimum payments. My credit score is doing really good, but I'm not yet out of debt. Again, because I was out of debt before, paying off $8,000 in 9 months on an income less than $30,000 a year, single person, no children, not married, living with a disability. We know it's possible, but let's face it, if I really do have ADHD, I bounce all over the place. I'm a little messy. Y'all gonna just watch the mess unfold. So yeah, the lifestyle category in October, groceries was $362.44. And there was pictures on my Twitter, I think. I made myself a whole chicken. Like I roasted a whole chicken to myself. I don't have to buy anything from Swiss Chalet right now. I can make my own gravy. I can deal with the McCain French fries or tater tots. Ooh, tater tots. Wait, do they have tater tots that is sweet potato? I need to find out. Yeah, I may get an air fryer just for French fries. But I may not because I need it's an extra appliance I have to clean. So I'll figure that whole French fry situation out. Or there's like an air fryer baking rack. I'll probably get that instead. We'll see. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So yeah, groceries $362.44. Laundry, household items $25.71. Hair, makeup, body treatments $45.20. That means I just went to the barber and I did not tip the barber that time. I tip my barber. I just don't tip him every single visit. And then sometimes either I tip him cash or I give him a gift card. Yeah, I really I've been with the barber now. How long have I shaving my head? Because I shaved it, I grew out my hair, and then I'm shaving my head again. And now we just have to save up and buy some wigs, those lace front wigs. I think I need to make a purchase from Love Me Hair and just get 2 or 3 really good wigs to rotate on cam when I'm working and keep my head shaved really low. Yeah, it's just a thing. Then $9.23 restaurant, bar, entertainment. This was probably Patty Express. I think so. So the thing with every dollar would, we know how much I spent, but we know exactly where I spent it. The thing with my Google Sheet, spreadsheet, budget, we just know how much I spent and a general subcategory of where I spent it. So if it's restaurant, bar, entertainment, I also include coffee in that section. Fast food is in that section. Anything that I would restaurant, bars, and entertainment. Exactly what this says. I don't know. I was trying to make it like an extra fancy title. It's not. Then we have guilt-free spending and giving. So I decided to put guilt-free spending and my giving in a singular category. That way I don't have to worry about it. And like how right now the every dollar thing is not working because I have every dollar on my phone. I would enter in the transaction and actually put the transaction description. But if for some reason I'm no longer using every dollar, if I take out cash, it's probably just going to be in two categories of my budget. The guilt-free spending, where we know we took out 300, but I'm not going to track exactly where 300 went. Or it's in my PC financial card where we'll see the transactions. That's how I'm using cash. Either it's like actual physical cash, the bills and coins in guilt-free spending, I don't have to worry about it. Or if I need to track exactly what those items are, it's cash going into the PC financial card so that there is a running description and totals of what I'm spending. This is what this section over here on my budget is. If you've ever seen this little thing over here, this is how I keep track of loading money on the PC financial card as my cash envelope system. So instead of me actually doing cash stuffing videos, I'm all digital. I have multiple debit, credit, prepaid, MasterCards, bank accounts, broker accounts. I actually did a thing where I tracked down how many accounts. I have like 13 for business and like broker, saving, checking. I think 9 or 11 for personal. And they all work. I all know what they do. So here's a section for savings in my category. So in the budget, so I put $1,000 into my registered disability savings plan. I think I told you that I'm trying to make sure I get my $10,500 before the end of the year. I've put in what did I put in? 3,800. That's the thing on my budget. Hold on. That's a tab right here. Yeah, October put $1,000. Then we have $1,200 left. I basically need, and then based on the way the budget is for December, I think I figured it out that I can hold on to $200 from my disability payment, and that would go into the disability savings plan. And then after Christmas, I work on the emergency fund. And then probably if parents and grandma gives Christmas money will start my emergency fund, the $1,000 emergency fund. Actually, no, not even $1,000, because here's the thing. I learned, okay, so $1,000 went there. I'll get back to what I learned. I'll get back to it. We haven't even finished the budget for October. And then October debt repayment, $551.38. $394 went to MasterCard, Capital One. $60 went to the Simply Financial Visa card. $97.38 went to Canadian Tire MasterCard. And then my budget just has the actual pie charts, what it looks like, which looks like this. 14% was lifestyle, 37% was housing, 17% was towards debt repayment, 31% was savings. But this savings was already in my account. I just moved $1,000 to the disability savings plan, because it's like a incoming transfer, then we transfer it out to one account. And then needs and wants. Less than 1% on wants, 31% on saving, investing, 17% on debt repayment, 51% on needs, which is pretty good because the guideline at the top of the page over here Gail recommends needs is 50%, wants is 25%, savings is 10%, and debt repayment is 15%. So clearly, we need to make sure that I'm paying off the debt a little bit more aggressively, but also I like to continue my saving 10% while I pay off my debt because of the Money Guy Fu financial order of operations. You'll notice his step 2 is receive the employer match in your retirement. For me, my match is the registered disability savings plan, and that account has a lot of stressful rules I have to remember so that I get my government match. I'm just letting you know right now. That's what we're doing. And then my deductible. There's a deductible on my tenant insurance, $1,000. I need to have that in there. Yes, we're going to go back to having $1,000 baby emergency fund. Yes, but at the same time, we have to make sure I have my deductible and my $1,000 emergency fund. So that has to get to $2,000 before I go gazelle intense on all my debt payments. And this tab's not here. Hold on, let me find it. We have a tab for business. Profit first. All my accounts in profit first. Wait, make sure that is good. Here. So we're showing, I think. Oh, it's this one. Okay. I have a lot of spreadsheets I'm trying to keep track of, and I'm looking over at myself. I'm very sorry about that. So I have a lot of spreadsheets I'm trying to keep track of. I have my business, I have my webcam earnings tracker, and then I made myself a schedule template tracker. Not really a tracker, but definitely a template of all my work schedules in my business. Okay, so we did everything right. That's a November thing. So October, we're good. we know what we spent. I'm happy about what I spent in October. I took full responsibility for moving my $1,000 emergency fund to my registered disability savings plan. I have to replenish my emergency fund as fast as I can. But now we're going to talk business. Oh, can I move that over there so I don't have to go back over here? Oh, wait, hold on. I'm moving copy to existing 2024 business. I think it goes in there. I think it worked. Because that way I don't. Okay, we need to go back here for November, but we don't need to go here and explain the ODSP stuff in business. Oh, that is so good. Hold on. All right, that's that. Explain my $1,000 in registered disability savings plan. Oh, I'll talk about it in November. So I opened a registered disability, no, I opened a non-registered taxable investment account. There's only $10 in there. Don't get all excited. It's because of what's going to happen with being on disability. Why I have that account. So with being in business, okay, let's quickly try to talk about that, and then we'll move over to November. Yes. Okay, so with business, I'm self-employed. So remember I said I need $1,000 for the starter emergency fund. Then with me having a deductible on my tenant insurance, I would like to have another $2,000 total in the household emergency fund. But I'm self-employed. Working as a CAM model, typically you are not an employee. There may be some parts of the United States that's an employee for CAM sites. I don't know if they continued it or they found a way around it. It's not my circus because I live in Canada. I have a whole different circus to worry about over here. And I focus my business on operating in the profit first system of the 5 bank accounts, starting with you have your revenue account. All the business revenue goes into this account. So for me, my business revenue would go into Paxum, the virtual e-wallet. Then from there, it transfers to my checking accounts. There's 2 checking accounts and if I wasn't able to use those 2 checking accounts, Paxum gives me a prepaid Union Pay card, and then money transfers to the Union Pay card. I take money out of the Union Pay card at ATM, and then I deposit that money into the appropriate checking account that manages the household and the business. Like I said, there's a lot of cards. There's debit cards, there's credit cards, debit cards, savings accounts for the business. Then there's broker account, personal account, debit cards for the household. Like even so with profit first. So like I make my money from webcam. Let's say I made $100,000 from webcam. I'm not changing these numbers. I tried to do that earlier. It's okay. I'm going to leave them the way they are. So if I made $100,000 at, actually maybe I should, can I change one of them? Okay, we'll change it and then change it back. Okay, so if I made $100,000 as a webcam model, that is revenue. I don't worry about what the website percentage is taking. That's not my money. I know some CAM models get very upset. Oh, the CAM model is taking this much percentage of my earnings. It was never yours to begin with. And the reason I say that, when you signed up to work as a CAM model on the website, you automatically agree that they will take their percentage out of the revenue that you produce on their website. They are paying you for the service you provide them. As an independent contractor, just talk to like an employment lawyer about it. Like I'm dead serious. Because Just talk to an employment lawyer. This is me talking to the CAM models that follow my channel, and probably people that are small business, independent contractors. You know, when you work with a company, you freelance, you're not worried about what money they have. The money they have is theirs, and the money they give you is yours. Yeah. So yeah, if I make $100,000, 5% of that, or $5,000, goes into an account called profit. Profit is my bonus I give myself as a business owner, honoring myself for being productive in my business, just like other companies would give people their annual bonus around Christmas time, or people getting the dividends from their stock portfolio. I'm basically doing that for myself as a business. So basically, my business is webcam. I'm an independent contractor. So I'm responsible for everything that happens with the money I generated from my efforts of being a webcam model. So I would like to take next my owner's pay. Owner's pay is my gross revenue before I put away money for investments and Canada pension plan. Wait, no, Canada pension plan comes into my tax account. Okay, so owner's pay for me is gross income. So if the business made 100,000, 5,000 goes into profit, that account. Then I take home in my personal checking account $50,000. Then I put money away in the registered disability savings plan. Then I put money in tax-free savings account, first home savings account, then the registered retirement savings plan, and also the non-registered taxable investment account. And good, I can talk about it here. Okay, I thought I had to talk about it in the November budget. We'll talk about it here. So the registered, oh, that's over here. Oh, good. So registered disability savings account, that's funny, is my match. Tax-free savings account is tax-free. Tax-free, it's after tax income, grows in the account, tax-free. There's not a whole lot of penalties on withdrawals. I can keep it until I die. As long as I can put money in there, it'll grow in there and I can enjoy it. First home savings account. This is the new one where it's specifically designed to be invested for the purchase of buying a house in the future within 15 years of it being open. The goal is to open that account next year so that I can trigger my contribution available room of $8,000 per year up to $40,000. But there's other fancy rules with that account the government created that I have to pay attention to and follow. That is my buy a house fund. It's designed that way. I have to open it, invest in it, deposit money in it, let it grow. Then 15 years from now, if I don't use it to buy a house for whatever magical unforeseen reason of the housing market, it merges into the registered retirement savings plan. That's like, I have to read that website for this account is so complicated, but I have to read the rest of it. And then registered retirement savings plan, that is my actual retirement money. Money goes in until 71, then money has to come back out, and then the government collects their taxes on it. This one is tax deferred post-tax money or pre-tax? Pre-tax. That one's pre-tax. That's money not yet taxed but will be taxed when it comes out when I turn 71, and they turn it into a retirement income fund. I think that's what the RIF is called. That one. Then non-registered account, the taxable investment account. This is where you just go to a broker account and you open an account for investing automatically. I did it over at Wealthsimple. It was pretty simple. It was nice. There's $10 in there. I'm watching a little bit money grow, and I plan to add more money to it. Then I plan to have like 3 other non-registered taxable investment accounts because I want to see how each of them perform based on where they're coming from. That is separate from the accounts that my financial planner manages for me for his wonderful service fee that I'm happy to pay because I don't have the energy to manage all the accounts, like self-directed investing, to make sure they're performing the way they should. I have my disability to manage, the budget to manage from the business, and enjoying my life, and probably I may end up having a husband. Yeah. The way I say that is too funny. And then yeah. So if I made, okay, this goes based on 100,000. So basically, this one shows if I made 100,000, 50,000 is my revenue. Then we put money into the investment accounts. Then after investment, it's my take-home pay. It's better when it's 200,000. I like when it looks like a 200. It's just a cleaner number when it's 200. So 200,000 is revenue from webcam, coaching, affiliate, network marketing, sponsorship deals, and anything I do as a self-employed small business. That income is here at the top. Then I take my salary out of that. Ideally, we want to take out $100,000 or more for take home, because I want to be off of the Ontario Disability Support Program, and to do that, I need to make more money. Yeah, it's just you can do the math, read the policy, but you'll notice the clues of how to become wealthy are in the Ontario Disability Support Program policy. The limitations they designed in the Disability Support Program policy for Ontario, those are the clues that make you wealthy. They're in the policy. Like, it's right there in front of you. Yeah. So then I would invest 25% of, is that my income or that? Oh, that's my income. This is gross. So my 100,000 gross, 25,000 a year goes into investments. It's about $5,000 account. Roughly, it might be more depending on the contribution room for that year. Like typically, like how that would be more. That's true. First home savings plan is $8,000 per year. Then this year's tax-free savings account is $6,500. The registered disability savings plan this year, 2023, was $5,000. So right there's a fixed amount created by the government of Canada telling me how much to put in my investments. And then my financial planner knows my risk tolerance, knows my goals, knows my timeline of when I want my investments to perform and grow, and when I need them. And then all of those things and the economy of the market that we have going on right now works that account. That's the recipe for investing. Have money set aside for investing. If you're using government registered accounts, they specifically tell you exactly how much money to put in there. Make sure it's an investment broker account, investing the money in mutual funds, stock market, bonds, equities, all those things, so that it grows faster than a typical generic savings account that gives you less than 4%, just sitting there looking at you. Like when if you played Sims and you enter a brand new house of Sims, and before the Sims move, they just stand there like, oh, I don't know what to do right now. That is what your money is doing when it's in a savings account. They like, what do you want to do, Joe? I don't know what you want to do. What do you want? Yeah, that's what you're doing with your money. Yeah, or it's like Beavis and Butthead. It is like Beavis and Butthead. Savings accounts are Beavis and Butthead. That is what that is. Yeah. And Pinky and the Brain. Yes. Actually, no. Are investments Pinky and Brain? No, investments are savings accounts. Actually, investments are GICs. Oh, they are. Yeah. It's the way I saw it. Okay. Then after I take them 100,000 gross, I put away 25,000 in investment accounts. I live off 75. That is the plan. This is the plan of being a small business owner. I know there's some people that are on disability who are doing like Rover and Instacart and those gig apps things. They're okay, but pick a self-employment small business freelance that makes you money that could potentially put you in a position to consider your options of leaving the Ontario Disability Support Program. It's like it's okay to supplement your disability income from working. It's in the policy. You're allowed to do it. It's actually over here now in the spreadsheet. This one's perfect. Oh, that's so true. Yeah, it's in section 5.4, self-employment income in the Ontario Disability Support Program policy. Then there's a whole page over there, working and earning on the Ontario Disability Support Program. You can literally Google exactly what it says right here. This whole tab here is available on the Ko-Fi store. I updated it where it has each link to the policy, so you know exactly what that's doing. I give you suggestions of reading the book Profit First. There's the Business Boutique book from Christy Wright. There's the Dave Ramsey Entree Leadership book. That is Total Money Makeover book. Oh, what's his name has Business Made Simple book. Don Miller. Yeah, I think that's his name. I need to add that to this page. And then Gail Vodslowski for the Canadian, Debt Free and 30 for all Canadian. So Debt Free and 30 is the bankruptcy trustee I use to file my consumer proposal, but they also have a really good podcast that's helping me stay on track. Yeah. So basically, like this is like, so in the Ko-Fi store copy, it gives you a similar thing of this, where if I made $4,000 on my business expenses that ODSP recognizes as business expenses, $2,000, then they'll see my net income, net profit business is $2,000. I try to make it simple so it's easy to calculate the math. Because if I made $2,000 in the business, and then I had $1,000 as expenses, and I took home $1,000 in profit, ODSP exempts your clawback deduction by $1,000. They don't touch your disability check if you only made $1,000, like exactly $1,000. Like last year, where was it? Is it this one? Yeah, this tab here. So last year, December, I made $942 US, which is about $1,200 Canadian. But then after my expenses, my net profit was $174. So my disability did not claw back. I got my full amount, but then disability added $100 work-related benefit. So I kept receiving my disability because I remained eligible. There's a box you can remain eligible and stay in the little box of being eligible, or you can push yourself a little further, grow, expand, new skills, do things to better yourself financially in the future if you're able to handle it. I know what I'm able to handle, so this is what I'm talking from my essence of experience and drive and passion and all that. But I know from doing the math, reading the policy, if you don't make steps to fund your retirement, that you can actually retire off of disability, because they'll encourage you to apply for CPP disability when you're 65. You're not really on disability ODSP after age 65. They'll do a clawback of CPP, old age security, and then ODSP to figure out if there's any money you're eligible for, but you're still struggling. You're gonna have to work and then not worry about, oh, disability is gonna claw back my income. It wasn't yours to begin with. Yeah, maybe that's the title of my show. Maybe that should be the title of my show for this episode. It wasn't yours to begin with. Okay, so that's the business, that's the accounts. Yeah. Oh, I didn't show you November. Did I show you the November budget? Okay, let's do it. Because the November budget, I don't do a whole lot in November. Like, here's November. We know $1,521.15 is disability. $74.61 is a tax credit. I think it's Trillium, GST. Climate action is in January. It's either Trillium or GST I'm getting of $74.64. Then for business, as a webcam model, I like to bring home $5,000 for the month. We will see how that goes. We don't know how much webcam money is coming in for the month of November. We like money to come in November. We like a good amount of money to come in November so that I can make sure that I'm contributing to my registered disability savings plan and replenishing my emergency fund. That is what we're hoping for. We have to replenish the emergency fund and make sure I reach the registered disability savings plan of $1,200 before December 31st so that I get $10,500 from the government of Canada. And then I really will need to have more money come in so that I can contribute to my other investment accounts. And I have 5. Actually, I'm more than 5. I have 8 to manage because I wanted 4 non-taxable registered accounts because I wanted to see how each broker account performs. Like there was 4. One of them is Wealthsimple. Wealthsimple is the easiest and fastest to start for your investing. It's where I started, and then I moved my accounts to the financial planner. It's very easy. I really like how Wealthsimple has that set up. It's fantastic. And for somebody who doesn't really want to know all of the details in my stock portfolio, it's good. Okay, so here is the quick budget for December, really. December, so I know what's coming in, the bare minimum from disability and my tax credit for November. Wait, is that true? Oh, you would hold, okay, I see now. So this comes December 8th. December 8th, this will just add on to whatever's short. So let's do this. That becomes 0. You lower this one. That's 127 and 14 cents. Okay, that's still good. This is how I know I have to work to supplement disability. So this income source is only my disability income source. So let me put this here so you know what this is. This is my disability income. And then we want to have a work-related benefit attached, which, oh, that is so true. Actually, no, that wouldn't be for this month. Not on this payment date. This would be December because I have to report my profit and loss statement from my business by the 7th of every month. So it's in on time. So the next payment date adds on the work-related benefit if I make a net profit over $100. Yeah, I know. Most of this stuff I know from memory and all my wonderful spreadsheets and reading the disability policy from during the pandemic. I read like every section in the policy to make my financial plan so it co-mingles with the Dave Ramsey baby steps and all the other financial experts that I follow online. And also kind of a plan that developed out of the last 5 years, really, because we've been doing this since 2018. In the beginning, I was very scared to do this. I was totally scared to do all the things you see me doing, and I had to get over myself. Like the government wants me to work. We hear Doug Ford talking about it all the time. He really thinks people with a disability can just get up and do a job and make their own money regardless of the conditions of their disability. Your reality knows what's true of that or not. My reality knows I can do some work. I've chosen to have an online business that pays me majority in US dollars, and because it pays me majority in US dollars, it converts to Canadian dollars. Then when it converts to Canadian dollars, then this is how I know how to report it to CRA for taxes and how I know to report it to the Ontario Disability Support Program, plus my contracts that I've signed with the companies I work with. Their addresses are in the United States. They tell me in the contract they're paying me in US funds. If disability can understand form W8BEN tax IRS form, they know I'm being paid in American money. And they also know that form is not a form you get when you're an employee. It's definitely a form you get when you're an individual, or that's the individual form. There's another form if you're a business entity working with a company in the US that fills out W8BENE, and there's W8BEN for individuals. And because these companies don't establish anything in Canada, they're not sending me a T4A. This is 20 years of knowledge in my head that I had to figure out, learn, implement very quickly so that I can keep making money and live my life. So, I think we did November. You understand how my business income comes true? Oh, I didn't really show you the templates for the business. Let me see if we can do that real quick because I've been talking for like almost an hour. Okay, so here we are. This is the webcam site stats I keep all the time. This is how I organize my work schedule for the day. We would like to start my work day at 7 o'clock in the morning. Like being online, on the website, broadcasting, looking pretty, hair, nails, and makeup. It might actually start at 9 a.m. Yeah, I mean or I just need to get up and start work. There's also that. I just need to work. And then here, I have different tabs. This one I'm working on. I need to finalize it a little bit, and then there's a version of it in my Ko-Fi store. Like the first version of it is in there, but I'm going to upload the second one, and then you can choose, because you'll see screenshots of them in the Ko-Fi store. Then you can choose which one you want for the schedule. This is the schedule for people that are on my channel, that are cam models looking at my channel. This is how I organize my schedule. This is how I work multiple websites, but I do not always split multi-stream. I can't I set my schedule in a way that if I had only one computer and I'm working multiple websites, how do I set up my day so that I can work multiple websites, give them a good amount of effort and time and attention so that I could reach my financial goals that are on this chart. So this chart here, you see it a lot in my channel. This is me trying to break down a bare minimum amount of money that I should be making, and I made should in big capital letters, because this is what makes being a webcam model worth it. Like, being a webcam model is hard work, and I know it's hard work every time I log on a website called Flirt for Free. That website challenges me so much to step up my game, step up how I look, step up how I do my shows, how it even sets you up in a way that to earn more money when you're online. It's just a thing. Like, you need to, Flirt for Free is where the big whales are, and you really have to figure out how to track the big whales so they spend more money. Yeah, so that's that. This is why, the spreadsheet that I changed the one from 100,000 instead of 133,000. Yeah, this is how I figured out the number 133,000 or $511 per day as my high goal. And then I have a medium low goal or low medium goal of 58,500 based on minimum payout for each website. So if I worked each website and only did the minimum amount to get paid based on the payment threshold amount, like Cams is $50, StreamMate is $100, I'm Live is $50, and Flirt for Free minimum is $25. That would be $225 for the day, or $58,500 revenue. And then we'll do it over here, $58,500. That's revenue. So let's put business revenue. I want you to get it very, very clear what it is, because I know cam models out there are giving you wrong information on what's revenue from the cam site. Go back and read your contracts. Go back and read your contracts. I'm serious. Just go back and read them. Okay. So yeah, if I made $58,500, $2,925 would go into the account called profit. Profit is where I would give myself a quarterly distribution from my business and that I can spend on anything I need at that time when it comes out once a quarter. Like the tax credits. Not GST. GST is monthly. I think Trillium is every quarter. Whatever Canadian tax credit that comes January, April, July, and October, like that. That is what we're trying to do with the Profit First account. I only take money out of that account in January, April, July, October. That's at the beginning of the quarter, I take that money out. Yeah. Then 29,250 would be owner's pay, and out of this owner's pay, 15 to 25% of that would be invested in my retirement accounts and my long-term investment account, not like the non-taxable investment account. Then we set aside $14,625 for taxes. This might be more, but just saving money for taxes and having it ready for tax time, you're prepared for the tax bill that shows up, which would happen last year. Last year I owed the government $630, but I had it in one of my accounts, so we just moved it, paid it, was good. And if it wasn't enough, as long as I like the tax revenue agency in Canada, I really don't want to owe them money for too long. They're different than my credit cards. Credit cards, they can get the minimum payment, they're happy. The tax revenue agency of Canada, I almost said Internal Revenue Agency, we don't have that. We have Canada Revenue Agency. They like to put penalties and fees approximately 1% per month when you owe them money. It's a little nuts. It totally is. Like it totally is. It just is. Yeah. So that's what we do with tax. And then for operating expenses, if I made $58,500, $8,775 would be operating expenses. That would be everything I need to operate the webcam business and to... No, that's a different account. Because I was looking at growing my affiliate and content creation business and my network marketing businesses. That might actually come out of a different account, or I would split... If I don't need anything for the webcam business, like if I have enough wigs and lingerie and I redecorate my room in the style I want it to look, and I, expand and grow my living room in the way I want it to look when I'm on camera, then it might come out of this account. Like I kind of want webcam business to fund my other business so that I have both businesses operating and bringing money into the house as much as possible. And then there's a thing called Vault account. Vault account is basically the business emergency fund, the business retained earnings that Dave Ramsey talks about. $2,925 would be that. As long as I keep my business, webcam business operating expenses really low, that can fund the other business. Then I need to make sure that the coaching, affiliate, network marketing business has low business expenses, which it should because it's a home business, it's a digital business, and it's just a matter of making sure that revenue comes in. I have coaching clients come in. I'm traveling to the events that I need to go to where I feel I'll get the most impact and knowledge and skills to come back home and grow my business further and faster. Because there was somebody on the ODSP Reddit page that posted they left ODSP because they grew an online clothing business that was able to fund them enough to leave ODSP and walk away. I want to be in that position. I told we have that power now. I don't have to go out and work retail minimum wage, have a boss look over my shoulder, and if I'm experiencing back pain or nerve pain or eye twitching or anything like that, I don't want to explain it to an employer. I don't. If I want to take a nap because I fell asleep washing dishes, I don't want to explain it to nobody. Like that. Okay, so that's that. This is how I understand what I'm doing for webcam. This chart right here with these webcam stats and these targets of earning income that I need to earn tells me exactly where I stand. It's on it's on this page. It's on this page. Oh, right. I should not make that orange. That looks weird. Yeah, it's on every page. I believe in the Ko-Fi store, the schedule template that I have in there, I have a copy of it in there. This tells me exactly what the website I work for offers and what I need to do to put myself in position to regain my status as top performer on the website. Hello, I got goals that I want to achieve while I still can. Basically, we're trying to play beat the clock of my progression of multiple sclerosis. That's what we're doing. Like that. And bipolar disorder. That thing can come back at any time. I learned that during the pandemic. Plus other things that come with living with bipolar disorder and multiple sclerosis. It's not like I have one disability. I have two. Why, three. Yeah, there's three. Right, addiction. Yeah, there's three. So, I'm doing everything I can. Do I feel like I'm running out of time? Yes, but that's my anxiety talking and the financial trauma of being on the Ontario Disability Support Program. We're not going to let that affect me at all. No, we're not. Okay, so that's that. I'm not fully an hour now, so it's an hour and 1 minute. That's it. This is me living my life with a disability as a disabled entrepreneur who's very determined to retire with dignity, become wealthy. We know I need to save and go back to college. I didn't even talk about that, my savings goals and stuff like that. Saving for college, saving to buy a house, saving to grow my business so that it can generate more income, so that I want my caseworker to tell me I have too much money. If you have not noticed, that is, I want them to send me a letter that says, you have too much money. Okay. Yeah, like, I really want a caseworker to call me on the phone and be like, hey, I was going through your stuff and you have too much money. Fantastic. They need to tell people, congratulations, you have too much money to be disabled. Yeah, that's exactly where I want to be, in that position. I know I keep looking over here. It's because I kept the stream up so I can share my screen, show my camera, share my screen. That's what we're doing. But yeah, this is it. This is what we're doing. Oh, right. The article that I wrote for the Financial Independence blog, I'll leave a link in the description for it. You can go read it. You'll just get a full picture of, I really want to reach financial independence living with a disability. Okay. So, first time you see my face, you want to see more of this face, subscribe to the channel. Turn on bell notifications so you know when I upload a video. And I will see you on the next one. Smooches. Bye.